Hi, Paul Donovan here from avtechnician.ca, your channel of tips and tricks for AV technicians. Today I want to talk about the new generation of digital recorders that are on the market. News reporters for years used to hump around a little box that was full of cassette for running a cassette deck for doing the recording when they were doing interviews. But with the world of digital technology, we've reduced these things down to really small things. In fact, some reporters even just use their cell phone, their smartphone, and the built-in audio recording capabilities that go with their smartphone. But the professionals or even the independent movie makers these days are moving forward into two brand names of digital recorders, and two of their models of the two brand names each have a model that has become very popular. So the two brand names I'm going to talk about today are the Zoom brand and the Tascam brand. Now, there used to be a Marantz brand, but that has sort of gone away. It's not as popular in the low-cost indie film market business. But the Tascam recorder or the Zoom recorder, especially the Zoom H4N and the Tascam DR40, those two are competitors head-to-head in the world of AV recording, digital recording in the movie industry. And quite often, if you're looking for them and searching for it, you'll find that they're priced very close together. Sometimes they're $10 apart, $15 apart. And really, there's not a whole lot of difference between the two brands in terms of technical features, abilities, and things that you want to do with them. Both units come with XLR jacks on the bottom, which allows you to hook up a standard microphone. Both units come with, in fact, the XLR jacks on the bottom are actually those universal kind where you can shove in a quarter-inch jack as well. So you're not stuck to strictly XLR cables. You can also use quarter-inch cabling. The jacks are multi-capable. They're line level or mic level. There's also phantom power available so that you can use microphones that need phantom power. Your recorder will provide that power. They both have headphone jacks, so you can hear what you're recording. And both of those models come with little stereo head microphones that seem to do this type of thing to you. They sort of point at each other, but don't exactly cross. Those are stereo microphones to help enhance and record in stereo mode when you don't want to plug in an actual microphone. They're actually quite good. I own the Tascam DR40, and I'm actually very impressed with the built-in stereo microphones. When you want to do a news reporter in the face of somebody and you don't want to stick a microphone, you can stick your digital recorder right up in their face, and those two microphones will grab hold and do quite well. They both of them use a standard SD card, which is really great because you can pop the card out and shove it into your computer and grab the files and so on like that. They both use pretty standard file formats, WAV, MP3, usually a couple others, but most of the ones people use is WAV and or MP3. Personally, I prefer to record in WAV format, so I keep the highest quality recording. And then when I take it out, I use my software in my computer to edit it down, and then a lot of times I'll end up with an MP3 file for an audio file that will be used for, depending on what it's being used for. Or I'll keep it in WAV if I need to keep the quality level. These are not recorders that are stupendous for doing music recording. Having said that, I have seen people use these recorders to do a pretty good blended down mix off of a mixer board and get a good digital recording that people in turn will then burn into a CD. But this is only a two-channel recorder device, so you're not exactly able to do a whole lot of post-production on the individual tracks off of instruments and musicians and so on. One of the things I have discovered, at least with my Tascam, and I'm reasonably sure as also happens with the Zoom H4N, is that you have the choice of powering them up with batteries. In my case of my Tascam, it uses 3 AA batteries. It's odd to use 3 batteries because you always buy batteries in 4-packs. So you have to buy batteries in bigger packs if you're going to use batteries. But I found out that if I want to plug my if I plug a USB mini jack in and plug it into an adapter, that I continue to be able to get power. Now that power can come off of a USB jack off, say, a laptop, or it can be an adapter, one of these little things you get with your phone. Anything that has the power in the power connecting to the power, and then it converts it down to the 5 volts. And what has happened is I found that this actually saves a ton of money on batteries, because my Tascam unfortunately does go through batteries quite quickly, and it can be an expensive part of it. But an interesting thing, I once was in the Philippines, and I was trying to project a thing using a speaker system that they had. And I found when I hooked my laptop straight into their amplifier, I found that I was getting an awful lot of noise. But interestingly enough, when I fed the feed from my laptop into my Tascam, and then the Tascam output back to the amplifier, all the noise disappeared. So I ended up discovering that my Tascam digital recorder is also a 2-track mixer. And because it runs off of battery power, or in this case I run it off of the USB jack off the laptop, I was able to get rid of a lot of background noise and hiss, and it made using my laptop and showing the movie a lot more pleasant without all that background noise. Anyway, just a brief talk about 2 different models of digital recorders, the Tascam DR40 and the Zoom H4n. And really not a lot of difference between the two, but take a look at them. They're priced at a decent price for a person who's looking for a decent digital recorder. There you have it. So, Paul Donovan here, avtechnician.ca, your tips and tricks channel for AV technicians. Please click like. Also subscribe to the channel for more tips and tricks. Check out our website at www.avtechnician.ca for more tips and tricks for AV technicians. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.